A group of divers saved a whale trapped in the fishing net, but you'll never believe the whale's reaction. It all happened on Spain's Balearic Islands, located in the western Mediterranean Sea. They are a popular destination for whale watching, due to the diverse marine life found in the waters around the islands. Some of the most commonly sighted whale species in the Balearic Islands include fin whales, sperm whale and pilot whales. In addition to these larger species, the waters around the Balearic Islands are also home to a variety of smaller cetaceans, such as bottlenose dolphins and common dolphins. Whale watching tours are available on various boats, including traditional sailing boats, catamarans and motorboats. These tours typically operate from the ports of Palma de Mallorca, Menorca, and Ibiza and take visitors out into the open waters of the Mediterranean to search for whales and other marine life. Many tours also offer the opportunity to swim with dolphins or snorkel in the crystal clear waters around the islands. In addition to whale watching, the Balearic Islands are a popular destination for diving and other water sports, making them a perfect destination for nature enthusiasts and adventure seekers. So, if you are planning a trip to the Balearic Islands and are interested in seeing whales, be sure to book a whale watching tour for an unforgettable experience. Here goes the story. A huge humpback whale on the sea was somehow motionless, as a high wall in the waves, blocking the advance of the waves. But around it were many swimmers, who were slowly getting closer to the behemoth. Why would they do such a thing? What was this humpback whale going through? In nature, size often means strength. Those animals with huge bodies are not carnivorous beasts but occupy an unassailable position in their respective environments. Few natural enemies exist, and they are rarely preyed upon by others. Such a law has operated for thousands of years. Eventually, with the appearance of humans, such things became a thing of the past. This smaller soft-minded primate leaped out of everything, not only hurting animals with their tools, but also hurting another living being with the tools left behind. Such things are unintentional, but the damage has been done, which is irrefutable. And those creatures that originally had no natural enemies have met their natural enemies. The humpback whale was supposed to be the king of the ocean, but somewhere offshore, this king suffered an accident. In the process of swimming, it was accidentally caught by a fishing net which was lost by a fisherman in the sea, and the net immediately became its nightmare. The huge humpback whale's tail and fins entangled in the fishing net, and the material of the net was very tough, and the unnatural twisting of the humpback whale's body made it difficult to break free. It was thus trapped in the sea by the fishing net. Although the humpback whale lived in the sea, it also needed movement and oxygen replenishment. Its freedom was greatly restricted even if floating on the surface. Its strength was constantly losing. But the ocean was vast, and if there was no help, its situation was very dangerous, but things turned for the worse. Humans have left a lot of dangerous trash everywhere. Because of their territories. They have also made their own footprints all over the world. Everywhere there may be humans, among humans, they are kind-hearted people who respect other lives. This day a cetacean lover named Michael happened to come to the nearby sea with his two friends. While on the boat, they caught a glimpse of the strange object on the surface of the sea nearby and approached it with curiosity. Then they found the strange object was not something else but a humpback whale. But the strange thing was that humpback whale didn't move, which was not in line with their habits. Michael carefully observed the humpback's body and soon found that its body was entangled in the fishing net and couldn't move. As a cetacean lover, he naturally had to help it. He jumped into the water with his friends and slowly approached the humpback whale. In the process of approaching, they once thought the humpback whale had stopped showing signs of life. But, at that moment, the humpback whale seemed to understand the hesitation in their hearts. It breathed heavily and spewed air from its nostrils. This action certainly enhanced the confidence of Michael and others. There was still time to save it, but when the crowd got closer, they found that the situation was not good. The most serious place where it was entangled was the tail, which sunk to a depth of more than 4 meters underwater. Seeing the situation was critical, Michael and the other people took out the diving knife. They began to try to cut the fishing net, but this time, the humpback whale was very close to the boat. If there were little carelessness and stimulated the humpback whale, then the humpback whale would overturn the boat with a movement. Although people had already prepared in their minds, the humpback whale was unexpected, just waiting motionlessly as if it knew that the people on the boat were coming to save it. It behaved quietly, but the net was so entangled that they couldn't untangle it all at once. So they had to split it into several operations. Eventually, they managed to untie the humpback whale from the ropes. In less than an hour, just 45 minutes, the net covering the whale's entire body was gone. They worked from head to tail so the whale could swim out of the net at the end of the process. In the end, the whale gave a little wiggle to cast off the restraints of the net on its tail, and finally, the whale was free to move again and swim again. To everyone's surprise, the whale didn't swim away immediately. After being set free, it hung around the divers for a brief period, presumably to regain some strength. The divers remained in the water with the whale, unsure if it was hanging around without more assistance. It seemed to be a little too excited and dragged the boat forward for a while, but immediately went quiet again. Over the passing minutes, the whale became stronger and gently swam around with the divers. Michael's day was an exceptional one as it was also his birthday, and he saved the life of this beautiful mammal and even got to swim around and interact with it on his birthday. He executed an amazing underwater with his friend, to top things off. The whale made this day even more incredible for Michael. Prepare for his heart to melt at the whale's response to being freed by these courageous divers. The whale eventually gained enough strength to confidently leave the protective circle with the divers. They expected it to swim away as other animals would have, but this whale had made friends with the divers. It couldn't just leave without saying goodbye, and what the divers all agreed was a deliberate gesture. The whale gave a thank you sign, before swimming away. This beautiful moment of gratitude and mutual appreciation is why Michael says this was his best birthday present ever. It is always nice to see kindness reciprocated, but it's especially magical when that happens between two completely different animal species. Would you have jumped into the sea to save this beautiful creature's life? Let us know what you would have done in Michael's situation in the comments below. The free humpback whale was so excited that it swam around the boat and even jumped up highly in front of the crowd, and fell back into the water. Faced with such a scene, Michael and his friends high-fived and watched the whale disappear in front of them. Let us know in the comments how you find this story and if you want to watch such stories on our channel, because we keep telling stories on our channel. If you're going to watch such stories in the coming day, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified when our next video goes live. See you in the next episode. Take care and have fun.